Greetings and salutations, Exile. I believe that the spear no longer works, the regeneration spear. I have it on this thrall here, and I noticed, and I switched, what I did is I put a set of daggers on there, because this is kind of a continuation of my testing bleed attacks. You know, a way to sustain bleeds on targets and kind of do like higher alpha damage. And so one of the strategies that I had was, well, I'll put some daggers on there so he can refresh the bleed. But you notice how it just disappeared, and he's got the regeneration spear on it, and he's not getting the regeneration buff anymore from the spear. I think the only way to heal these guys is through okay, I just shot him with some arrows. There we go. It's through the healing arrows. Like the I'll try it out on some other thralls. I noticed that there are certain thralls that have like characteristics, and you know, like I was having some issues with this guy, but once I equipped him with a pair of daggers, he seemed to like the daggers. He was very pro dagger. So you know, I thought, well, I'll try him with the spear and dagger combo and see if that works out, because I definitely have noticed that some thralls, it's like whatever you tame them as originally is what they like to use in their weapon set. And so if you can remember, I wish there was a way to kind of like put some notes to them, kind of to figure out what they like and what they don't like. But it seems like they definitely have kind of valued sets that you can kind of equip them with or whatnot. But anyways, I think that'll conclude this video. So in this dungeon here, a side note, there are two bosses. The other one is down here at the bottom. Let me get down here. So the regeneration staff does work on me, but it will not work on the thralls anymore, and that's kind of disappointing. Like it's kind of a shame that they no longer work on the thralls. Let me get down here. Some of these caves, I'm trying to get down to the bottom. Some of these caves have like multiple, so there's 4 caves out of here. It's so dark. And then you'll see as I work my way down, there'll be another, is it this one? Yep. See, he's definitely got a red appearance. And I did a vitality build, and since I'm wearing my Sumerian armor, where's he at? There he is. Since I'm wearing my Sumerian armor, this is going to be a little challenging. I do have a weapon though. I did. So I gave him my daggers just to try out this. There we go. Look at that torch, and see if he can get aggro. Is that the boss? I think that's the boss. No, that's not the boss. Yeah, that's not the boss. And I'll be able to kill these pretty quick. It seems like their blast attack is definitely okay. This is the boss. He definitely has a different visual appearance than the other ones, and you can see he's kind of like a redhead. So that tells me he has no soul, right? Because that's pretty much known across the universe. If you're a redhead, you have no soul. Oh, you know what? You kind of get that attack. I guess if you have the torch, even though the torch doesn't do an attack, you kind of get a little bit of that spin to win action with the torch. Anyways, I want to keep this focused on the you know, if I give him daggers, he'll sustain the bleed. If the problem is if I give him the sword, the spear, he'll just do light attacks. He won't do heavy attacks. So I gotta mix it up. I think if I do the Sumerian Berserker is known for doing heavy attacks, and so I'm gonna do some testing and see if I can kind of that's the goal here, is to get the spear to refresh bleeds, and because the dagger works, right? So now not only is he doing stupid high damage, he's got those daggers, I mean those bleeds just cooking away. And I was even thinking maybe a better option for him is the poison daggers on some of these bosses, because it's not necessarily. Let me get some heals on him. There you go. There's a little. You can see the heals work amazing, but for whatever reason, the daggers are just not. I mean, I'm sorry, the spear just doesn't do it anymore for those guys. So I don't know if they nerfed it, or if this guy in particular isn't is somehow bugged or glitched. Who knows? You know, who knows exactly? Oh, I got a bow. And so what I really like about these hunting these bird guys is that the fact that they drop feathers. Feathers are kind of one of those things that are come on. I guess it's one of those deals where and you'll see, watch, I'll equip it. Does it seem like it goes faster? It's hard to tell, isn't it? Like, if I unequip it. 3, 2, 4, 5, 6. It kind of does. I mean, it's so, but I don't get a buff. You know, I don't get a buff. I don't get any kind of indicator. If I were to put some meat on him, I don't think I have any meat. No, I don't have any meat. I would see the visual, you know, fist buff. So, I don't know. Is there a way out of here? Or is that guy? I don't think there's an actual way out of here. I think I came down into this cave. Of course, and it's super dark. We have to see, because I think there's like a multi-stage level. You know, the deal with this, I'm gonna stay on topic, but the deal with this hollow bone bow that I got is that it only works on. Let's try this. Let's just add another level of craziness to this. It really only works on thralls. I can't equip it myself and use it. It's kind of like a thrall bow. It does high damage. No, I think this is the bottom way out. This will probably kick me out. That's probably kick me out at the bottom of another cave. Maybe these two caves are connected. I didn't think they were. I thought they were separate in their. Yeah, they're connected. Okay, so I'm able to basically jump down, and then in this cave, let me see. Where'd I come out? I'm over here. Let me see. Oh, it didn't give me. It didn't unlock the. So if I come in this way though. If I come in this way, it'll discover it, and then I'll get credit for it. Right? Come on, give me credit. There we go. There we go. See, there it is. And I know there is the 4 caves. So I've already been through that. I didn't realize those two were connected like that. I thought they were individual. And then there should be another one down here. I'll just show that real quick. Who is this guy? Usually they're not down here. He's nobody. Usually they're not down here by themselves. Oh, look at all these rams. Okay. Oh, here's another one. Oh, you notice what's weird is he's shooting something. Somebody's shooting something. I don't even see where he's at. I don't even see where he's at. He's up there. He's going to town on something. Ah, okay. Okay, let's get the feathers. That's really, and the feathers are a big proponent of what's valuable about this. Feathers are kind of like, if you want to make your healing arrows and healing bows. I also like the fact that they get brimstone. See what kind of damage he does. You can see him going to town though with that bow. God, what's so weak too? It's so bad. Like, it's not even worth it. Oh, that's wrong weapon. Get that bow off of him so he'll help me out. Am I encumbered? Shit, I'm encumbered. I can get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, that bow, it's totally not worth it with that bow. There we go. Okay, let's get that bow off of him because he's just not doing any damage with that bow. There we go. And then we'll see if we can get some more feathers. And then we'll go back to we'll try this regeneration spear on another thrall. But if it no longer works on the thralls, I'll kind of have to redefine, I guess, how I use it, because I don't typically carry valuable stuff on me, and you know, I like to use the thralls. So let's see, you know, they kind of done on this last patch. They kind of did a thrall nerf. I don't know if you guys are cognizant of that or not, but they you know, over the last two patches, they kind of did a thrall nerf, or rebalance maybe is the better word for it. So 4 and 7. You know, great for hides and feathers. Like, this is a great. And here's where you get your arrows, and you get a nice fragment of power, which is good. I like to see that. He's got a couple of ads. Okay, and then of course I'll 7. He's already fighting them, which is nice. Little brimstone, little demon blood. Yeah, he's already down there. And then there's a legendary chest back here in the back. And then I got a take all. We'll look at that in a second. I didn't mean to do that. And then I finally got the credit 5. I guess that's one advantage of using a two-hander is, oh shit. What the hell? Come on, move away. Is 4, 6, 5. There we go. Then I'm just gonna chill out for a minute. Actually, I'm gonna shoot some arrows. It definitely seems like the way that he reacts, he's more susceptible to his buffs and heals while he's in combat. If he's not in combat, he seems to I'm sorry, getting a drink. As he seems to not be so receptive in his what is this? We got the 55 damage. Let's see what this looks like. 8. Is this a two-hander? Yeah, this is a two-hander. Let's see. 4. Yep. Yep, it's a two-hander. Nice. What does this do? I thought it was a one-hander. It just said, ooh, that's a lot of durability. Beck de Cardin, a warhammer which combines hammer and pick. Combines hammer and pick. Oh, hammer and pick. We're gonna have to check this out. This sounds like this could be. I feel like it's taken them a long time to. Hear my metal cup and ice. It's not that big a deal though. I need to time some of these out and see where he's at. The nice thing, though, is these guys drop fragments of power. Okay. Let's see what he's got. And then he'll probably give me the fragment of power. Yep, the recipe. Right? So we're going to learn the recipe. And you'll see over here on the right, also it says you learn ammunition 4. You've learned special ammunition 4. And then I got my fragment of power. And of course, as always, choppity chop. Chop chop, right? I'm going to chop them up and get my demon blood. Which I haven't necessarily figured out what the demon blood is for. Okay. As always, like, subscribe, be critical. You know, criticism is always welcome.